It's 40,000 years ago. You are lying inside a cave. The fire has burned down to glowing orange embers. Outside, in the dark, something large is breathing. And you, a prehistoric human, slowly drift off to sleep. Your eyes begin to move beneath their closed lids. And somewhere inside that ancient skull, a dream begins. But here is the question that should stop you cold. What did that dream actually look like? Your ancestors spent a third of their lives asleep, dreaming. Now you might think this is impossible to answer. Dreams don't fossilize. There's no cave painting of a dream. But that's exactly where you'd be wrong. Because dreaming isn't culture, dreaming is biology. And biology leaves traces we can actually follow. Through ancient skulls, sleep science, and living hunter-gatherers, we can reconstruct the prehistoric dream in startling detail. And what we find is stranger and more human than you'd expect. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Dreaming is older than humanity itself. You did not invent it. We inherited it. Before the first word, before fire, before stone tools, something in the dark was already dreaming. So let's rewind, way past the first humans. To understand their dreams, we start with a rat. Yes, a rat. Stay with me. Because this tiny animal cracked open a huge secret. Every mammal we've ever studied experiences REM sleep. That's the deep stage most linked to vivid dreaming. In 2007, MIT scientists recorded a rat running a maze. They mapped the exact pattern its brain made. Then they recorded the same rat while it slept, and the brain fired the exact same pattern again. The rat was rerunning the maze in its sleep. It was, in every measurable sense, dreaming about its day. Now scale that up, way up. If a rat dreams, then Homo erectus dreamed too. Walking upright 1,000,000 years ago, controlling fire, hunting together, living, remembering, and sleeping. Dreaming isn't a human invention. It's a mammalian inheritance older than our species. So the real question isn't did they dream, it's what did dreaming feel like for a mind so different. Think of the dreaming brain like a theater. It runs a show every single night. The stage is the same for all mammals, but the script depends on what the mind knows. Your dreams are full of phones, faces, deadlines, that one embarrassing thing you said in 2014. But an ancient human's theater had none of that. Their script came entirely from their world. The smell of rain coming before a storm, the sound of a single snapping twig in the dark, the face of their child, the shape of an animal. And that changes everything about the dream. Because dreams are built from memory and fear. And their memories and fears were nothing like yours. This leads to a chilling idea in modern sleep science, the threat simulation theory, proposed by neuroscientist Revan in the year 2000. His argument is simple and disturbing. Nightmares aren't malfunctions, they're training. The most common dreams across all cultures aren't flying. They're about being chased, attacked, escaping danger. And Revan asked a brilliant question. Why would evolution waste a third of life rehearsing fear? The answer? Because it kept our ancestors alive. Every night, the ancient brain ran survival drills, escaping the leopard, reacting to the ambush, fleeing the sudden flood. A child who dreamed of danger woke up better prepared. So ask yourself this one thing. That nightmare of being chased by something unseen? It's not random. It's a 2 million-year-old survival program still running.
Now, something far more tender. Did ancient humans dream about people who had died?
Almost certainly, yes. And this may have changed the human mind forever. Picture it. Your mother died 3 winters ago. And then one night, she appears. Walking, speaking, alive, exactly as she was. And when you wake, she's gone again. To you, that's a dream. But to them, they had never even heard the word dream. So what was it? It felt like a visit. It felt like she still existed, somewhere. Many researchers believe this is a root of religion itself. The first belief in spirits. The first idea of an afterlife. Not invented by a priest, not written in a book. Discovered in the dark by a grieving human, asleep. The dead who would not stay dead. A single dream may have opened a door in our minds. A door that never closed again. But not all ancient dreams were gentle. Imagine being a child in that world. No walls, no locked doors, no safety. The dark was not a metaphor. It was full of teeth. A child's nightmares were rehearsals for real monsters. Predators that were genuinely hunting them. And here's something strange about ancient dreams. They almost certainly could not read in them, because there was nothing written to read. Their dreams were pure image, sound, and feeling. More vivid, more sensory than most modern dreams. The smell of blood, the heat of fire, the cold of night. A dream you could almost touch. This was the inner world of every human for millennia. But how could we possibly know all this? For the answer, we look at people still alive today. A few societies lived as hunter-gatherers until recently, like the Hadza of Tanzania and the San people of the Kalahari Desert. Anthropologists studied how they sleep and dream, and what they found was remarkable. They dream vividly about animals and the hunt, about the dead, about their community, rarely about strangers, almost never about objects. Their dream world is alive, full of creatures and people. Exactly what threat simulation theory predicts. And here's a fun one. Without electric light, people sleep differently. They often wake for an hour in the middle of the night, calm, peaceful, reflecting on the dream they just had. No alarm clocks, no blue light, no 2 a.m. doom scrolling. Honestly, their sleep sounds better than yours. This two-sleep rhythm may be our natural state, a pattern our bodies still secretly remember. And it goes deeper still. We now know Neanderthals had brains as large as ours, sometimes even larger. They buried their dead, with care. They cared for their wounded and their old. And they had the same REM sleep biology we do. Which means, in an Ice Age cave in Europe, 60,000 years ago, a Neanderthal closed their eyes and dreamed. We will never know exactly what they saw, but the mountains, the mammoths, the faces of the ones they loved. It was all in there, playing in the dark. In a mind that was not quite us, but not so different either. Two kinds of human, one shared darkness of sleep. As humans grew, dreams became more than survival. They became messages, warnings, prophecies. A dream of a flood might empty an entire village. A dream of an animal might launch a hunt at dawn. The dreamer became powerful, trusted, feared. The first shamans may have been the best dreamers. People who could travel the dream world and return. For most of history, dreams weren't entertainment. They were a second reality, just as real as waking. A place you went, not just something you saw. And every morning, you came back changed. That belief still echoes in every culture today. So let's go back to that cave, 40,000 years ago. The fire is embers again. Something still breathes out there in the dark. And your ancestor sleeps, eyes moving, chest rising. Dreaming of the hunt, dreaming of the dead, of the danger outside. The same REM sleep you'll have tonight. The same racing heart, the same theater behind the eyes. Across 100,000 years. Every tool forgotten, every language lost, every face turned to dust. But one single thing never broke. Every night, humans closed their eyes and slipped into the same ancient darkness. Your ancestors dreamed. You dream. And tonight, when the world goes quiet and your eyes begin to move beneath their lids, you'll be doing the oldest human thing there is. You'll be dreaming, just like they did. So tonight, pay attention to your dream. Somewhere in it hides something 40,000 years old. If this made you see sleep differently, subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what did you dream last night? Sleep well. You're in very old company.